Recently, I watched a video on YouTube, filmed in America. In it, a lady was talking about the water situation at her home. She wasn't getting water daily. It would come only once a day, or once every 2 days, and even then, the water was very dirty. She had to store it in cans and drums. This is happening in America, a very wealthy country. Why is this happening at her home? Because a metadata center is located very close to her house, approximately 400 feet away. Meta, as you all know, is Mark Zuckerberg's company that runs Facebook and Instagram. The compound walls of this data center are very high, so the local residents don't know what goes on inside. Even this woman didn't know. The main reason I'm making this video is to highlight the problems, especially water issues, that arise in areas surrounding data centers. Many people in our country lack awareness about the severity of this water problem. This video is made to inform all of you, and I promise you'll learn some shocking facts. You'll be surprised to know how the world is going to change due to data centers, and how this will affect our own Hyderabad. First, let's understand what a data center is. Everyone uses a phone nowadays, and we all watch videos and photos on social media or OTT platforms. But where do these movies, YouTube videos, and Instagram reels come from? They are all stored somewhere. Our phones might have 100 or 200 gigabytes of memory for this, stored on a memory card. But YouTube has millions of videos, Instagram has countless reels, and websites like Amazon have huge libraries of movies. On top of that, we create and post new photos and videos online every single day. All of this combined amounts to hundreds of trillions of gigabytes. All this data is stored in one place. That place is called a data center. For example, a video you uploaded 10 years ago might not be on your phone anymore, but it's still available on the online platform where you uploaded it, along with details like upload date, duration, and views. Every piece of such data and information is stored in a data center. Just imagine the size of the data centers required to store the data of nearly 7 to 8 billion people worldwide, including 1.4 billion in India alone. If you observe closely, everything today runs on data. Your personal data, company data, and records of world events captured as photos and videos. The entire world runs on this data. And this data isn't stored in the sky or clouds. Large companies set up data centers in different locations around the world to store all this information. When you access information on your phone, upload photos, or just use your phone extensively, it slowly starts to heat up. Why does this happen? It's because data is being transferred. Information is moving from your phone to the internet, and from the internet back to your phone. If our phones generate so much heat, imagine the amount of heat released in data centers, where trillions of gigabytes of information are transferred and shared every single day. To reduce this intense heat and cool the servers, the devices that store our information, they use a coolant. And that coolant isn't some chemical. It's normal fresh water drawn from underground layers. These data centers are incredibly vast. The largest data center in China, for instance, spans nearly 994,000 square meters, or 1.6 million square feet. That's enough space to fit approximately 140 football fields. This is just one data center, and there are many such facilities worldwide. Not every company has its own data center. Only a few major companies own them and provide services to smaller companies. Currently, Amazon owns the most data centers globally, accounting for about 30% to 35%. All the data for companies like Amazon Prime, Swiggy, and Zomato is stored in Amazon's data centers. Microsoft and Google also own many data centers and provide services to other companies. Facebook, Meta, on the other hand, uses their numerous data centers solely for their own needs, as setting up and maintaining them is extremely expensive. Now, let's talk about the real problem. Data centers store trillions of gigabytes of data, and this data needs constant maintenance because millions of people worldwide access it. If our phones heat up after an hour of continuous use, imagine the immense heat generated in data centers when millions of people are accessing data simultaneously. To cool down this heat and the servers, fresh water is essential. The shocking fact is that these companies generally do not reveal their water usage data. However, due to large-scale public protests and pressure on governments, this data has been made public. You might find this unbelievable, but an average-sized data center uses approximately 19 million liters, 1 crore 90 lakh liters of water per day. This water is usually drawn from nearby rivers or directly from groundwater. And here's the critical part. The water used in data centers cannot be recovered. It directly evaporates due to the heat. It might fall as rain somewhere else, but in the area where the data center is located, the water shortage increases drastically. Just imagine how much water one data center consumes in a year, and then multiply that by the number of data centers worldwide. Many regions in our country lack sufficient water, leading to dried up crops, and in some areas, people don't even have drinking water. Yet, due to the boom in artificial intelligence, AI, and social media, internet usage is increasing, which in turn increases the demand for data centers. These facilities are drastically reducing groundwater levels. You might not realize it, but every time you watch a video or browse on your phone, you are contributing to water wastage. Hundreds of liters of water evaporate daily in data centers because of your usage. You might be aware that recently, property worth billions of dollars was destroyed by forest fires in Los Angeles, America. In this region, the groundwater had completely dried up, causing trees to wither. The dry leaves then easily caught fire, leading to the massive conflagration that even destroyed homes, luxury bungalows, and villas of celebrities. The interesting point here is that Los Angeles is in California, a state where numerous data centers are located. Now you understand why those forests burn. Similarly, in Oregon, a state adjacent to California, there's a place called the Dalles. A very large Google data center is located there. When Google intended to expand this data center, the local residents immediately started protesting heavily. Why? Because they understood that if the data center expanded, the groundwater levels in their area would drop, eventually leaving them without even drinking water. Now I ask you, how much of this awareness exists among people in our country? How many of you knew beforehand that data centers consume so much groundwater? You all know that during summer in Bengaluru, even large apartments bought for crores of rupees face water shortages, and even the wealthy queue up for water. Yet, many new data centers are coming up and are about to open in Bengaluru. Just imagine how much worse these data centers will make the water crisis for the people of Bengaluru. In our Hyderabad too, many data centers have come up, and some Amazon data centers are currently under construction on the outskirts. What I found strange is that real estate agents in Hyderabad are promoting properties by proudly stating that a data center will be right next to you. I want to tell everyone watching this video, under no circumstances should you buy a house or property in an area near a data center. In the future, that area will face an extreme water crisis. This is because these data centers will extract millions of liters of water daily from the ground. What will be left for you then? Therefore, awareness about these issues is very important. I am not against technology. Technology should grow and advance further. However, depleting groundwater levels and disturbing the entire surrounding ecosystem is not correct. Everyone needs to know these facts. Some of you might have an idea. Brother, if data centers need so much water, why don't they build them near the ocean or even inside the ocean? Yes, There are some data centers constructed inside the ocean, but there's a huge difference between saltwater and freshwater. Using saltwater as a coolant presents extra challenges and significantly higher costs. To avoid this, these large companies are using freshwater and depleting our groundwater. Now, artificial intelligence, AI, is booming, and everything is connecting with AI. This has further increased the demand for data centers. While AI is good for our development and offers many benefits, this artificial intelligence is rapidly depleting our groundwater levels. So, I repeat, if there are data centers anywhere, do not buy land or establish residential areas around them. How many of you are learning this for the first time? Please share this video so everyone knows these important facts. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please don't just watch and leave. Like the video. And for more interesting videos like this, you can subscribe to our channel and support us. It's completely free for you, but every like and subscription motivates us to make more videos. So don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Jai